sometimes it takes violence to create good.
Yeah, but both of their ideologies were based on religion. Martin Luther King was a Christian, and he based it on his religion, like turn the other cheek. And Malcolm X was a Muslim, and based under the teachings, they're like an eye for an eye. It's like, you treat me bad, I'll treat you worse.
But the principle of the principle of the belief was basically the same. But go ahead, Mr. McKnight.
Okay, dishonesty. All right, resentment's good. My lady watch a lot of 48 Hours. Anybody watch 48 Hours? And Fatal Attraction?
Yeah.
And I can't watch too much of that.
Oh yeah.
Because it does something to my spirit. I might be in the bathroom, in the shower, playing James Cleveland, and come into the room and I hear he killed 2 people and he's on the run, and everybody snitch on that show, and all the detectives got everybody in their little they pull the name up and they just pop right on up, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It looked like the show was just straight up fixed. I mean, I don't know. They got a phone call, anonymous call, and we got him. But murder after murder, it does something to my spirit.
Yeah, me too.
So it's all about what? Balance.
Much MDK, murder, death, kill.
It's all about balance for me, all right? Because it's easy when you stay positive, negativity can't come. It's like a brother who's negative, who talk war stories all day long. And you talking about what? Recovery. You talking about what? Being productive. You talking about what? Moving on in life. But they talking about how many guns they had, how many drugs they sold, how many cats they laid down, right? Just giving up the tapes when they what? On negativity, right? And they gotta look. You can't change them. You gotta what? Move yourself from him.
Yeah.
Everybody understand that? To keep your what? Stay positive. Positive. It could be 21 Jump Street. It might be what? It might be undercover agents in this building. I'm not naive. I was in college. Who know about Salisbury, Maryland? Princess Anne, Eastern Shore. We had a guy down there who was acting like a college student, but he was a straight up cop. And listen, and when they raided somebody down there, and when went in his room, he had no books. In the projects in Baltimore City, a dude was a bum right in front of Murphy Home Projects for months. Come to find out, he jumped out of the bushes with a what? A shotgun, running up into the projects. So when peace is, evil comes. Satan in church and the Mass G, and definitely in recovery program.
Yeah.
So if I'm not working on spiritual principles and practicing and reading those spiritual food to feed my spirit, I can easily go back to where I always come from, being negative.
Yeah.
And negative would lead me back to using, or back in jail, or losing my mind. How about grateful? Anybody grateful? How you doing, brother?
All right, brother.
Grateful versus what? Self-pity, con artists. Gratitude.
Yeah.
Who here don't like to hear people being negative? And it makes you stay what? Positive. I mean, as far as like ungrateful individuals. They bitch about the food. They bitch about the water ain't too hot, but it's warm. They bitch about, listen, their roommate in the mattress. But when you sleeping on a goddamn tent, when you wasn't sleeping at all.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we find every excuse to what? To bitch and complain. But lose our gratitude and get an attitude and get the case of the what? And what happens after that? Usually go get high.
Yeah, that's right.
Anybody hear that? Because I lost what? Gratitude. You're not going to live here forever. This is a temporary residence until better comes along. How much money we make in prison? 18, 19 cents.
Yeah,
Cats come home. And they got kids, and they got bills, and they got a woman, they got responsibilities, and walk past McDonald's, walk past Walmart, walk past Rite Aid, walk past Walgreens, walk past ShopRite, stores that's what? Hiring. It might be beneath us, yes, but it's something good until something better comes along.
You gotta start down here before you can
Come on, I'm grateful. People hiding out. I was like, oh my God, no, I want them to see me. You know, later for that. The dudes ain't paying your goddamn bills. I'm later for that people pleasing. I don't care if you don't like me. Maybe that's the reason when people come upstairs, they stay upstairs too, because they probably don't like me. But that's okay. I don't come to be liked. I come to what? To recover. You speak up, I shut up. All right? And keep praying for those who won't, who won't get up. Hey, how about self-pity? Self-pity con artists. They play that same record every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year. the same lyrics on the record of self-pity. And the pain on the records is valid and it's real. But when do we start to do work and get help for our pain?
On the answer.
Because sometimes we play self-pity to get, we do what? For manipulation. Anybody hear that?
Yeah.
How many men in here seek attention? Men seek attention. King baby in here. When we can't get our way, we flip out. Get out and walk out of group. Go outside, smoke a cigarette while a group going on. Come downstairs when you get ready to come downstairs. Seek attention. Instead of saying something's going wrong with me. I'm bothered. I'm miserable. I'm a hater. I don't want to be here no more. I'm suicidal. I'm homicidal. I'm depressed and I'm miserable. I miss my kids. Instead of being honest, we don't talk roots. Some of us, we talk fruits.
Yeah.
And that's the behaviors. Oh, why you acting the way you are. Self-pity con artists. How about accepting others? Everybody accept others today?
Yeah.
I do. I do. It took a long time to get there because I'm a people pleaser and I got codependency. Everybody hear that? Trying to save people who didn't ask for my help.
Yeah.
I have to learn. Yo, back there, back up. Accept people for who they are. Everybody hear that?
Yeah.
So I don't like ignorance. Who like ignorance? I don't like ignorance. Or just arrogance. A brother who just arrogant. I went to Valley Forge and the Eagles was playing. And I said, oh boy, we're going to have a problem now. Because when you do groups and the Eagles on, you can forget it. The Eagles will always win. Hands down, right? But I went in there anyway. I said, we got a group and we got resources and all that. All right, about 3 guys in there. And they stayed in there. And they watched the whole game. But Valley Forge don't have vehicles to come pick you up. You come to facilities. Everybody understand that? It's a time and a place for everything. Play in here, die out there. Accepting others. Judgmental. Anybody judgmental? Who got family members that's judgmental?
Yeah.
You going back to jail. You listen, they shooting dice on us.
Yeah.
They betting on us. Yo, we gonna mess up again.
Put out insurance policies.
Come on, judgmental. How many cats here judgmental on another brother in here, but you don't pray for him? I've been there. Easy to talk about a brother. I knew he'd get high.
Yeah.
But have you prayed for him? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. But I talked about him. Yes, I have. I condemned them. Yes, I have. I judged them. Yes, I have. But I didn't pray for him. I didn't talk to him one-on-one like a men do.
Yeah.
Act like a goddamn boy. Cause boys whisper, but men confront. I ain't let my brothers die. Listen, plant the seed in the brother, keep it moving. Cause everybody don't want to hear what you gotta say, right? But you gotta know when to interact. Interact with others. Anybody interacting with people? Is that important?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Why is that important to interact with people?
Because you get to understand other people's views of things.
Okay.
Besides just yours.
Right.
And you learn from other people's views.
Okay.
Some views will teach you what to do, some views will teach you what not to do, but nevertheless an open mind to what somebody have to offer and say helps.
Very good. Interacting. Cause you never listen. I used to love when the program used to get shut down. I'm from 26 in Huntington. Stop and surrender. The house got shut down one day. One dude from Baltimore said, "Yo, I'm leaving." It was 9 o'clock at night. I said, "Where you going?" He said, "I'm getting on Greyhound." I said, "You don't got no money." Ain't nobody listen. You walk in there, and common sense kicked in, and he put all his bags down. But he left the next day though. But my whole point was, what we talking about? Interact with others. The house had to get shut down for us to get intimate. Everybody hear that? Because when everybody, because you know how it is with those men in programs, right? It's newcomers, blackouts, then keys. A lot of us, when we became keys, guess what? We forgot about who? The blackouts. So blackouts had to sit in the house on Saturdays because the keys was self-centered. Everybody hear that? Yeah. But when they shut the house down, no movement. And we didn't, and that was the best time I ever had. Interacting with men. Not knowing who crazy and who's depressed and we might be related and we might listen. Your mother might know my mother. We would have never knew that if the house wasn't shut down. It forced us to get intimate, to interact with others. Everybody hear that?
Yeah.
That's looking at a negative situation and making it positive.
Yeah.
Bringing a positive out of a negative when the house got shut down. Because we was always running. How about this right here? Patient versus what? Impatience. Yes. How many men in here is impatient? It's hard for you to be patient. Come on. You don't speak on that?
I'd rather do it myself. Don't not wait for the people. Can't
Okay.
wait for the bus. I have to walk. It could be coming. It's too taking too fucking long. I'm gonna walk.
Okay.
Right.
Y'all hear the brother?
But I'm impatient with myself too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm not getting where I'm supposed to be, so I'll cut corners and everything.
Okay.
I want to get it done.
Right.
I want it done yesterday.
Okay.
And it's not a good thing.
You getting better with that?
I'm working on it. Yeah.
Very good, brother.
Right.
I love your honesty. Thank you for sharing that. Good food. Anybody else?
Yeah, that's something I got to work on because I had no patience at all. You know, all this when you.
I got you next. Come on.
I had no patience. If I seen a line with more than 10 people, I'm out. All this, I'm gonna stand in line. You know, one time I was with my significant other. We went to a store to go shopping, and the line went around the damn store. I'm like, nah, we don't need it that bad. You know, but I gotta be patient because if I would have waited, I probably would have got the one of the best deals of my life. But my impatience cost me that deal. So that's something I gotta practice because I used to be very impatient. I was like, I'm not waiting for anything. You know, all this, like when. Games. I used to be a motor coach driver. I used to love it because all those people we out there waiting. I used to drive for like the teams. I'd drive for the Eagles, the Giants, and stuff like that. When they were going to different stadiums, I would just drive the bus into the stadium. I was in there and in my seat before the game got started. And I see like hundreds of people waiting. I was like, ain't no way I can wait out there in that line. But those people waited. I have to learn patience. And I'm getting better with it, but it's something I still have to practice because I was very impatient. Very impatient. I used to be impatient at things that I couldn't control. You know, things I couldn't control. Damn, I wish the damn light had turned. You know, instead of having patience. Or like, why is this line so damn long? You know, then I would do crazy things. Oh, hell with that! I'm driving on the shoulder. You know, I'm going to get to where I'm going. Yeah.
That's me. I do that
till I drove on the shoulder, and then I saw these red lights behind. You know, it's like, why are you on the shoulder? Then my addiction kicks in. My wife is at the hospital and she's having a baby. This is the one that really got me. I told this actual story I'm telling to an officer. He's like, why are you? I said, look, I gotta get to the hospital. My wife is having a baby. He turned the shit round back on me. He said, okay, come on. He said, you get behind me and I'm gonna lead you down there. Then I'm like, oh shit. You know, it's like, what am I gonna say when I get there? You know, it's like, so I had to like say that one all the way out.
What'd you say?
I let him drive me to the hospital. I went in. He waited outside. I say, oh, I hope he don't come in to see what's going on. But I got away with that one. It's crazy. You know, how you can get yourself in predicaments just by doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, that easy.
That easy, yeah.
Good food, Dave. Come on, brother man, right here.
Patience, yeah. I was pretty good with patience, at least I thought I was, until I came here and I found that there's another level of patience. I was good with the patience that I had to deal with on the outside because I knew how. Then when I got here, I had two patients, the outside and the inside to deal with.
Come on.
I had to deal with waiting on the people here to get results of the stuff that I put in.
Okay.
They can't rush it no quicker. So I had to wait on that, and I'm waiting on my regular life patients. And then it's, people, everybody in here, including myself, we all got our own thing going. So now I gotta have patience with everybody else in here. So it was like overwhelming to me for a minute. And then I realized, I said, you know what? When it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. As long as I do my part, whatever's gonna happen, is gonna happen. I don't wait on nothing no more than I can go out and if I ask somebody, can you do this? And they say, oh yeah, we can get your birth certificate. Then I go and I apply for one too. Can you do that? Yeah, we got this. Oh, don't worry, it should be coming back in the mail. And I go out and I apply for it too. So that means that regardless of what happens, I'm going to get it as soon as I could possibly get it. And that's when I learned about patience. You know, I'm still working on patience because I'm real ignorant at some things when it comes down to patience. You know, I don't have patience for certain things, and I realized that I was becoming the things that I don't have patience for. So that's real ignorant. So what I did was, instead of me being the person I don't like, I learned to love myself a little more, and I'm working on it.
Very good, brother. Good food. Internal patience and external. I like that. How much time you got clean?
About 5 months.
Hey, all right, all right. Yeah. Anybody remember 50 Cents? Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
And when he got shot 8 times, right? And he said and all these record companies wanted him, but he told them no, and he patiently waited, and that's when he got connected with Eminem and Dr. Dre. Patience is a virtue. And God is a what? Orchestrator. In Brooklyn, Mr. C, a fat kid named Biggie Smalls was rapping in Brooklyn, and they was making tapes to DJ Mr. C. And in Manhattan, and orchestration. In Manhattan, they had what? Unsigned Hype. So Matty C had put out what? Unsigned Hype. And the tape got from Brooklyn to Manhattan. Puffy, who just got fired at Uptown Records, started Bad Boys. God is a God of orchestration. And he heard Big mixtape. He looked all around Brooklyn, found Big, and the rest is history. Patience is a virtue. Me and Rob, my partner, we beef a lot of times. Robin said, listen, we got our 501c3. It took us a long time to get it. But we got it, right? But I said, yo, Rob, you can't compare us to them. They get money, yeah, but ours gonna come in God's time. You know how long it took us to get a contract with Fairmount Behavioral? We had to do groups in front of the clients, all the females for a week, the men for a whole week, the staff for 3 days before we got a check at Fairmount Behavioral. Patience. But see, my love keeps me. You can't compare yourself to other people like that, man, for real. And you out of God's will. It's not God's will, then it becomes your will. And it was your will, then what? You break rules. Yeah. Patience. What? And then patience. And patience is what a comedian needs. Two comedians can tell the same joke.
Right, you gotta time that shit.
That's right. But if you don't got time and patience on that joke, he kills the joke. A fisherman put the bait on his hook, throw it in the water, and patiently waits for his dinner. Yeah. Patience is what parents need when a child is ADHD. Yeah. Patience is real important. How about tolerance? Anybody got tolerance?
Both of them went hand in hand with me. I share about that all the time. I'm not going to share about it.
But tolerance?
Patience and tolerance.
Yes.
I had to go 3 levels before I got to love people. And I already shared that before.
What's the 3 levels? I want to know.
Because the 3 levels was when I came in here.
Yes, sir.
I didn't have no tolerance for you. Didn't even like you, didn't know you, didn't care today. Then as I got to talk to you, I imagined, hey, this guy ain't so bad after all. Now I learned to tolerate you a little bit.
Yeah.
Because now you're starting to say things that I can tolerate. Then the patience kicked in. I tolerate you. Now I'm going to be patient and sit back and watch some other things about you. Then, when that started happening, I started learning to like you now. Yeah. It's over tolerance. I learned to like you. And then as I watched you a little longer, I even learned to start loving you as a person. But those that came in 3 stages. I had to tolerate, I had to have some patience, and then I had to learn how to love people and like people. But it didn't come overnight. Right. It came in sections. Right. I share that all the time, and I never stopped sharing that because that's the way I came in here. I came in here with no tolerance for nobody. Didn't even want to know you. But as I got to listen to you, I started tolerating what you were saying because your words was tolerable all of a sudden. Then it became to be, I started liking you. Dang, I like this guy. He's not a bad dude. Then I started loving. But then it came down to, it was me that couldn't tolerate me. Yes, it didn't have nothing to do with you. But that's what I was running from.
Uh-huh.
I was running from me, not you.
Uh-huh.
So by me not tolerating me, how in the hell can I tolerate you?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get in touch with that. And then people would say, you ain't got no tolerance for that. Whoop, I had to take a look at that. Because everybody is not going to say the same thing and be lying.
Yeah.
So now I'm forced to take a look at me.
Uh-huh.
Because who wants to be in a community where nobody likes you?
Okay. I used to work at Wayne Ministries. 90% of the guys in there was hepatitis C clients. And half of them was getting high. And I didn't have no tolerance.
Okay.
But God had me working there for me to build tolerance, like you said. In spite of what was going on, you had to have what? Tolerance. If you say you love people, you will be tested. If you say you have patience, you will be tested. If you say you like to make a change in people's lives and your life, you will be tested. Until they bury everybody here 6 feet deep, we will be tested and tempted.
That's right.
And tolerance is real important. Because it's easy to lose tolerance and become intolerant,
Hey,
right?
what can we do to get you here 3 nights a week?
Hey, we can make it happen. All right, humble. Everybody working on being humble tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that important?
Definitely.
Very good. When you humble, you won't be humiliated. How about egomaniacs? That's the opposite of being humble. Cats, ego, vanity, and pride all live on the same street. Ego, pride, and vanity all live on the same street. Egomaniacs. Easing God out. Anybody here like that? Anybody used to be like that? You want to speak on that? Come on, see hands. What's up, son?
I don't know, like you said, pride. I got a lot of it.
Uh-huh.
But nothing in front of my pride. It actually backfired sometimes. Like I had too much pride with my big mom. She left me, and I ain't never, think she was leaving, but she left me and took my kids. That came from, pride. Still ain't give a fuck. Even though I care, I still ain't sure that I care. Shit like that. Like,
Yeah, good example.
Shit like,
But it hurt it.
That's logic.
Yeah.
But it's also like a good thing because like I'm the type like I run the streets a lot, so you gotta have pride in the streets because niggas will try you.
True.
Too soft, so it's
Right. I got you.
It's all how you deal with it.
You trying to transform out of that? Do a 180?
I'm not sure. I'm working on it. I'm not sure. Like
How old are you?
34.
Young man. To stand firm, like I fear nobody but God.
Yeah, that's
But but I don't put myself in positions to be what? In shootouts and stuff like that. You follow what I'm saying? If I got knuckleheads in my family, I gotta leave them alone. You follow what I'm saying? Because I'm participating in what? The activity. I'm not selling drugs, but I'm there. I'm not busting guns, but I'm there. Yeah, I gotta get out that game, way out of the game. You right? And be fair and firm and fear nobody but God. Right? Men, some cats that's egotistical, they gotta show you how bad they are. But a man who know how he get down, he don't need to brag nothing. Just listen, just don't bring no action, then you'll know how I really am. Right. So I don't need to brag about who I am. Alright? You act stupid, you will know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But God bless you. How you and your baby mom doing?
We ain't speaking right now. Like,
Oh yeah?
She told me I ain't talking to her. Like,
How do you talk to the kids though?
she got them.
She won't let you talk to them?
No, she lied to the cops. She got me locked up. She lied to the cops. Told the fucking cops that I beat her up.
Ah.
And they fucking put a PFA out on me.
You stay humble through all that?
Yeah, I stayed. No, not in jail. I didn't.
Okay.
I was fighting in jail, but outside of jail, yeah, I stayed.
Okay. That's good. Keep her in prayer, man.
Yeah.
Alright? Keep her in prayer.
Right.
No, that's hard. Hey, I'm gonna say this and let move it on real quick. In the Bible, right? Make it spiritual. God hardened Pharaoh's heart on purpose. You understand? He hardened Pharaoh's heart on purpose. That's powerful. Because when he hardened his heart, he made him what? Rebellious and buck. That means reason will come, intelligence will come, but people whose hearts are cold and hard like this, they won't receive. You know what I'm saying? You're a good man, and she probably knows that. But some women are vindictive and spiteful and use their kids as a license. And women know that, listen, they're the weaker vessel than the man is the stronger vessel. So when she says, they will what? believe that quicker than what? She lying.
Exactly.
Yeah, and look at your jacket and say, yo, yeah. You follow what I'm saying? Right. So you gotta keep praying for what? For her. You gotta do the spirit thing, not the flesh thing. Flesh thing, you don't want to smack her back or whatever. The spirit says, I'm gonna pray for her. You know what? Listen, I'm not gonna what? I'm not gonna be reduced to your ignorance. I'm gonna pray for you in spite of. Because it ain't about me and you, it's about our kids. That's what's really important. To make sure you don't have no knuckleheads around my children. Now it's really gonna be a problem. Because evil always get worse. And righteousness always gets sweeter. You hear what I'm saying? So you keep praying for her and those children that God would circumcise the heart. And she would lift the restraining order. Okay, nah, okay.
I want to say to him, thanks, man, for sharing that. Because when you're around a group and share that, people have an idea of what you're going through, you care, genuinely care, and you get an opportunity to share something. You know, and I know you can't share everything around everybody, but you know, you can open up some stuff to some people. So I'm glad you shared it. You don't never say it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you did.
Yeah, that's what's up, brother. Thank you. Keep talking. How much time y'all clean?
I just recently relapsed, so I'm only 2 weeks in.
Give it to him. Hey, like I said before, we have a contract. We about to embark about a contract at the Youth Study Center. Talking to young kids. Anybody who want to talk to young boys, we love to have you. And I'm willing to give up what they're going to pay me and Rob and pay you.
You talking about 49th Street?
49th Street.
Yeah,
Anybody hear that?
Down the street from
For those who want to
rally.
and they talking about the contract until June. So we talking about getting paid from what? January to June. I'm willing to give up what they're going to give me to pay you to talk to the kids.
You talking about having for having, right?
Yes, there you go. And them young kids, listen, you didn't get shot. They don't want to hear you. Yeah. If you got shot, ooh, come in, let me, yo. Yeah. they like that action. Yeah, right? Like, yeah, so we'll talk, all right? Yeah, we'll talk, man. Hey, good group, y'all. It's 8 o'clock.
Hey, Mr. McKnight, love you.
Love you too. Who opens up, y'all? God. Grant us serenity to accept the things we cannot change. Courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. God's will not always be done. Amen.
I wasn't joking about that 3 days a week now.
Okay. All right. I'm with it, brother.